everyone, and welcome back to another video. My name is Shequita Raquel, Beauty and the Queen here on Queen TV. And on today's video, per the title, I will be showing you some suggested, used, loved on foundations that I found over the years. I have really been liking. If you've been following me since like the beginning, since the first video, which was about, I want to say 5 years ago, because I started it around the time I had my son, so had to have been like 5 years ago. You guys know that I used to be in love with the Maybelline Fit Me foundation, the matte and poreless. So over the years, you know, as God started blessing, I started buying different foundations, some more expensive than others, drugstore, not so drugstore type of foundations. And I get this question all the time, you know, Shequita, what foundations do you suggest? So if this is something that you have been wondering, what foundations that I suggest, then you came and clicked on the right video. So I think I'm going to categorize it between drugstore, and then we're going to go kind of like transition to not so drugstore, and then kind of like higher end-ish. Okay, so from the drugstore category, this is the Black Radiance Color Perfect Foundation Stick, and I usually use two colors, and it looks like this, literally a foundation stick. This one is in the shade Cocoa Bean. What I usually do is I use this shade in the inner part of my face, and then I go in with the shade Espresso for like the outer parts of my face. This is a very beautiful foundation. I also use the shade Espresso as a contour. Very beautiful foundation, especially if you want something more natural, just skin light. Like anytime I wear this, I do get like a lot of compliments. Some people even think it's like a more expensive foundation. I'm not sure if they still sell this, but you can look on the Black Radiance website. I'm pretty sure they have it on sale there, but I used to get all of mine from Walmart. I don't know if they sell it in like Target or anything like that. And if some of these foundations, if they are still for sale, which I think most of these are, I'll link them in the description box below. So just make sure you tap down there anywhere during this video. So this is this one. Okay, and this foundation stick at Walmart, I'm looking on here now. One says $4.79, but the other one says $8.98. I'm gonna go towards the $8.98 price because I don't remember it being quite that cheap. So retails at Walmart for $8.98, and I do see that they do have it at Target for $9.99. So yeah, so this is kind of like the newer branding for Black Radiance. They do have also Black Opal. I'm not too crazy about Black Opal, but a lot of professional makeup artists do swear by it. So that's another thing that you can keep in mind. So from the drugstore category, keeping it there for right now, is the NYX Born to Glow foundation. If you like a more glowy finish, to basically if you want to look like you're kind of not shiny, but just like you ever kind of like sweat a little bit, have like a misty sweat in the way that your skin kind of looks, it gives you kind of that kind of feel on your skin. Very beautiful foundation. I really do like this. If you are a girl where you naturally get oily, where the oil tends to break up your makeup, of course powder down, but once your skin starts waking that foundation up, it is very, very beautiful. And this foundation retails for $10. Not too bad. Not too bad. Next for drugstore is the Maybelline Fit Me Tinted Moisturizer. If you are a person where you don't like too much of a foundation look, This would be really good. It's not like thick. It's not going to cover up any acne, scars, or hyperpigmentation. It's just going to give you a little coverage, but keep you on the natural side. And it also have, I think this has SPF, doesn't it? No, it doesn't. I thought it had SPF on it, but it is really good. It's a natural look, fresh feel, buildable coverage, 12-hour hydration. So this is a really good foundation, and you can also build it up. I am in the shade 375 for shade reference. And I forgot to mention, in the Born to Glow, I am in the shade Cocoa. Cocoa Mommy. And this foundation slash tinted moisturizer retails for $8.35 at Walmart and $10 at Ulta Beauty. Not too bad. Still cheap. Still in the drugstore range. Next is the L'Oreal Paris Infallible 24-hour fresh wear, and this is in the shade 535. The color came off, so this is what shade that I am in. This is a very, very beautiful foundation. I do compare this to my most expensive foundation because it is a very beautiful finish. It kind of still gives you that glowy feel. It's very light. It's very liquidy, very loose when you put it on your skin, but when you blend it out, it just gives you this beautiful skin-like, glowy look to your skin. Even if you want to wear this alone, or if you want to, you know, pair it with your favorite powders, this is definitely the way to go. This is also medium to buildable coverage. I don't know about the 24-hour. I don't think any foundation you can wear up to 24 hours. I haven't tried it, so I don't know. So, yeah, this is definitely another well-loved foundation that comes from the drugstore. You can get this from Target, Walmart, CVS, Ulta. You can get it everywhere. This foundation retails for $8.99 at Walmart and $15.99 at Ulta Beauty. Next foundation is the e.l.f. Flawless Finish Foundation. I am in the shade Chocolate, and this is a very nice foundation. When it comes into the frosty glasses and foundations, you want to be very careful because sometimes they can fool you and they seem lighter than what they really are. So you definitely want to be careful. If you can swatch it wherever you pick it up from, do so. If not, try to like at least buy 2 shades that you may think you are. And the foundation is really cheap. I believe it retails for like $5. This one is like a light to medium type of finish foundation. It's not so much of a glowy foundation, but it does give you a nice natural skin like feel to the foundation. You don't have to use too much. It's kind of a loose consistency, kind of between the loose and thick consistency of foundation. You don't have to use too much. I won't say that this is buildable. However, if you want a natural finish to your foundation, this is definitely the way to go. And this foundation retails for $2.97 based off of Walmart and $6 from e.l.f. Cosmetics website itself. And you can also get it from like Target and other places like that. So this is like everywhere. So it's a very cheap and expensive but yet good buy. I love this. So now we have the Maybelline Superstay Full Coverage Foundation, and I am in the shade 370 Deep Bronze. And yes, this is full coverage. So this foundation is going to come out thick because it is full coverage. That means it is going to cover you, honey. It's going to cover your scars. It's going to cover hyperpigmentation. It's going to cover all of that, okay? I absolutely love this foundation. It's very beautiful. It holds weight better than some expensive foundations. I will admit the only thing that I don't like is in this particular line, they don't have as many shade ranges as they do in the Maybelline Fit Me line. I'm not sure why, but it's not as diverse of a shade range. This one isn't compared to the Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless. So just the FYI, but this one is full coverage, which means it's gonna cover everything for you. I would suggest starting with a little bit amount, dab it, dot it all over your face, and then proceed to blend out. I personally like to use the beauty blender or beauty sponge when I'm using this particular foundation, because I don't want my face to look cakey or like I have on too much makeup. So FYI. Okay, and this retails for $5.64 at Walmart and $12.99 at Ulta Beauty. And you can also get this, I believe, at Target and CVS also. And this will be the last one that you can get from like drugstore / grocery store. This one is only sold actually at Dollar General. Yes, you heard me right. Dollar General. This is only $5 and it is the Believe Beauty Skin Finish Foundation. This one is medium to full coverage, and I can attest to this. It is a very beautiful foundation. It kind of reminds me of the L'Oreal Infallible foundation. So this one is cheaper. You just have to be careful though, because the shade range isn't as diverse in this foundation, but I was lucky enough to find my shade. Again, it's only $5. It is medium to full coverage. I think it's really just medium coverage no matter how many times you build it up, but it's still a very beautiful foundation. It still gets the job done, and it's only sold at Dollar General. And you can go on, I believe, believebeauty.com and also order this foundation. Very beautiful. I really don't have no complaints other than the shade range in this brand. Okay, so the next ones that I'm going to show you are either only sold at Ulta or their actual website. So now we're kind of transitioning out of drugstore. Some people will still consider this as drugstore. I consider this as only sold online or Ulta if you're near a Ulta Beauty, which they really do have limited locations. So first is the Oma Beauty foundation, and this is the Flawless Skin Perfecting Foundation, which looks like this, and I am in the shade Black Pearl T1. This is such a beautiful foundation. I really do like this. This shade is just a smidget darker than my skin tone, but I still love it because once I put my concealer with it, it is so beautiful, you guys. Oh my god. This one I would say is a true medium to full coverage foundation. It is going to sit on your face so pretty. It's going to look like skin once you blend it out. It doesn't have a glow to it, and it's not, I would say it's kind of like a semi-matte. So it sits between kind of like that natural finish and that matte finish. Very beautiful foundation. And this foundation retails for $23.40 Ulta Beauty and $39 on their website, which is omabeauty.com. So yeah, now we're getting up in price. Still inexpensive though. Next is the ColourPop Pretty Fresh Hyaluronic Hydrating Foundation. So this one to me acts as a tinted moisturizer. It is very loose. I would say this is light to medium coverage. I don't like the fact that their shades kind of run a little red, so you have to proceed with caution. So if you're a person that kind of know how to tweak your undertones when it comes to foundation, then it would be safe to get this. I love the finish, especially when you don't want anything heavy or anything full on your face. You just kind of want to look natural and on your way. This will be very beautiful, especially if you blend it out with a beauty blender or a beauty sponge. So it's light coverage, very lightweight, but it still gets the job done with a beautiful semi-matte finish to it. It's not a lot of transfer if you don't use a lot. And it's not really oily. It's more watery than oily. So a decent buy. And this retails for $16 at Ulta Beauty and ColourPop.com. Also in the ColourPop family is the Pretty Fresh Hyaluronic Acid Tinted Moisturizer. Believe it or not, this is actually thicker in coverage than the previous one that I just told you about. That one actually acts as a tinted moisturizer. This one, to me, acts more of a foundation, but it is a tinted moisturizer. I am in the shade Deep Dark 22N, which stands for neutral. I do like this foundation, especially like on a really hot day where you just kind of want a little something. You may just want to do your lashes, your brows, and pop this on just to give you just a little coverage, give you a pretty nice fresh look to the face. I would suggest this, especially if you're not really a foundation type of gal, which is plenty of you out there, and trust me, on some days I'm like that too. So this is good. I actually like this better than I like this one. So yeah, and as you can see, what shade is this one? 210C. And this one is Deep Dark 22N. So yeah, you can tell the difference. And it's not that many shades in this one either. So that's why I'm not crazy about it. And the tinted moisturizer retails for $14 on the ColourPop website. And it doesn't mention the price on Ulta. So it's $14 on the ColourPop website. Next, you've probably seen all over social media. And that is the Juvia's Place I Am Magic Velvety Matte Foundation. I am in the shade Molly 130. This is very, very full coverage. Very thick, so you need the lightest bit of this foundation. Trust me, this is thick. This little tube is gonna last you a very long time. I have used this on clients. It's very beautiful. This is, like, to me, the perfect bridal foundation if you want an inexpensive full coverage foundation. Highly recommend this foundation. And this foundation at Ulta Beauty retails for $22, and on the Juvia's Place website it retails for $22. Next in the Juvia's Place family is, I can't remember the name, but I think it's the I Am Magic foundation stick. Let me make sure. Okay, it's their contour sticks. And this is in the shade Tunisia. And I actually, even though it's a contour stick, I use it as a foundation because this is the exact same shade as my skin. The shade ranges are different between the Velvety Matte Foundation and the contour sticks, but I believe they designed it that way because it was intended to be like a concealer slash foundation stick. That's just my opinion. It ain't fact though. But this is a very beautiful finish. This is going to give you a very natural finish. It is full coverage in my opinion. Or I'm going to say medium to full coverage on this foundation stick. Very beautiful. I have also used this on some brides and bridesmaids, and it photographs so beautifully. You guys, if you get your hands on it, get your hands on it. And these retail for $16 on the Juvia's Place website. So now we're getting ready to transition into the more luxury foundations. If you don't mind spending that coin on your foundations, then this category will be for you. So first is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Luminous Foundation. And I am in the shade 560W. You guys, in all honesty, this, to me, these two perform just alike, in my opinion. Okay? This has a little bit more health benefits in it than this one does. So if you're a girl where you want your foundation to have some skincare benefits, then this would be the route to go. This foundation retails for $38 on Anastasia Beverly Hills website and Sephora and at Ulta Beauty, and at Macy's they retail for $32.30. So now we're kind of like making our way up to a little bit more expensive again if you want to spend that type of money. It's up to you. I'm giving you options. So as we saw, our cheapest one was like $2 and some change. So we have a nice little financial range here. Next will be the NARS foundation. This is the Soft Matte Complete Foundation, and I am in the shade Namibia Deep 4. I absolutely love this foundation. It is so beautiful. It photographs so well. It has like the frosty plastic, so when you're picking your foundation, you want to be careful not to go based off the bottle on this one when it has a frosted container. This one is medium to full coverage. I love the way it photographs. This too has skincare benefits that is useful and beneficial to your skin. I do like, again, the way this photographs. It gives you a very skin-like finish to the foundation. It's watery. It has a watery consistency. However, it still gives you that maximum coverage as you build it up. I do love the shade range in NARS. They are, to me, one of the top brands when it comes to foundations. Anybody that's looking to spend money on foundation, I always suggest NARS over anything, because I know they get NARS, they have something if you want something a little bit more something matte, they have something for you. If you want something luminous, they have something for you. If you want something glowy, they have a foundation for you. They have a foundation for every need when it comes to your makeup. And this foundation at Sephora and NARS Cosmetics retails for $40, and also at Sephora and at Macy's it's $48.45. Next, sticking to the NARS family, is the Natural Radiant Longwear Foundation, and also in the shade Namibia. I will say I do like the fact that NARS, no matter what type of foundation you get, whatever consistency, whatever type of formula, they usually try to stick very close to the shade ranges. So this one is the Natural Radiant Longwear Foundation, and I am still in the shade Namibia. So I love that about them. And I'm pretty sure it retails for about the same price, but I'll check for you. So this one is a little higher in price. I was wrong. At Ulta and NARS Cosmetics, it retails for $49. Also at Sephora for $49, and at Macy's for $41.65. So we're a little bit higher in price here. I do like this one. This one is also buildable coverage. It photographs well. It's perfect for bridals, and if you know, just gonna be out in the sun all day and you don't want to have to worry about your face moving all day, NARS got you covered. This one is also a very watery consistency, and I find that with the ones that have watery consistency, those are very comfortable on the skin. It still allows your skin to breathe a little bit more. It doesn't clog your pores as much. So I found that to be a fun fact when it comes to watery based foundation. So don't be scared if it's a little too runny, okay? Just you pat and go, build it up, let it dry down, put you on another layer of foundation if need be. And next foundation is MAC Studio Fix Fluid SPF 15 foundation. This is a banger. Everybody knows about MAC. So this one is cheaper. I kind of should have went in a different order. This one should have came after Anastasia, but you get the point. So this one is definitely buildable. This one definitely photographs well. This one is watery, which means it is very breathable to the skin. The same thing as the NARS foundation. A lot of the more expensive foundations, they are going to be a little bit watery because they're made to be comfortable on your skin. So this one is not the shade of my face. However, I use this kind of like in the place of concealer when I want to take pictures, but I don't want anything heavy on the face. And it is so beautiful. So when I want a full face without my face feeling heavy, I will reach for this as a concealer. And this foundation retails for $36 at MAC Cosmetics, and this is sold at some Ultas, and I believe it's for the exact same price. I'm just checking to make sure though. Doesn't say. Yes, it does. So also $36 at Ulta Beauty. Sometimes you can get lucky and find this on Amazon for a little cheaper. I haven't gotten lucky. It's usually with the lighter shades though, just so you know. It's usually lighter shades, but sometimes you can get lucky off of Amazon if you search on there. And last and not least, and my most expensive foundation that I have in my collection so far, is the Estee Lauder Double Wear Stay in Place Foundation. And I am in the shade 7-in-1 Deep Amber. And it looks like this. Now, Estee Lauder is a very well-known brand. As a matter of fact, brands like MAC is actually under their umbrella, so you automatically know they're gonna bring it when it comes to any type of makeup. And I have been hearing a lot of hype about this foundation. When I tried it for myself, I'm like, yeah, they ain't have to flex, you know, that hard, because they already knew that their stuff was good. But it is very beautiful. It's a very beautiful, again, photographs very well, very breathable on the skin, even though it can give you so much coverage. So they did a very good job in their formula, giving you something that's comfortable on the skin but still going to give you that coverage. That is more of a semi-matte, glowy type of finish to that foundation. It is very light. You can build it up, let the layer dry down, put some more, and you still won't look like you have a very cakey face. I really love that foundation. I really only pull that out if I'm going somewhere really, really special, and I know I'm going to take some pictures, and my face just be sitting, okay? It be, when they say double wear, they ain't lying. And this foundation on the Estee Lauder website retails for $46, at Macy's for $39.10, Sephora for $46, and also at Ulta Beauty for $46. So this is by far my most expensive foundation so far. You really don't have to use a lot of this, even though the bottle is like really small, and again, it's in the frothy glass, so you really have to be careful when picking your shade, because then you'll look at the glass and then looking at it, you like, no, I need to go darker. And I almost did that. And that's another thing to note. When you buy more expensive foundations, you have more of an option to, for one, test it out in the stores, because you know now stores aren't so finicky about that now. You can test it out in the stores, and also these more expensive foundations, even if you order them online, they kind of allow you to send them back if the shade does not agree with you. So that's another thing to know. When you go to like drugstore, they really don't allow you to open up the packaging and kind of match it to you and sample it. They don't condone that. I mean, you can probably get away with it, but they don't condone it, sis. They don't condone it. But with your more expensive foundations, it's like, yeah, I want you to get your right shade so you can pay the money. So yeah, I hope this video was so helpful for you guys. If you want any more recommendations from me when it comes to anything like lipstick, powders, bronzers, or whatever pertaining to makeup or fashion, sound off in the comments below. I hope you guys really enjoy this video. If so, you already know what to do. Thumbs up the video, subscribe if you haven't already, and click the bell so you'll be notified the next time I upload a video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you on the next one. Peace out.